Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hello and welcome to the Transformational Soul. My name is Ruth Soltman. I would like to welcome you if you are watching live or listening live or watching the replay, listening to the replay. Any way you watch it or listen to it, the energy is going to be the same. You're still going to get the information and the messages. And, the information is still going to resonate with you. So thank you so much for joining me and being here this evening. If you are out there, I hope you will say hello. I'd love to chat with you. I want to say hello to Robert watching on YouTube and Richard watching over on Rumble. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the like or the thumbs up button and please share the show information. I greatly appreciate that. And please say, like I said, please say hello in the comments. Hello, Carol Ann. Wonderful to see you. I invite you guys to come and check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. It's RUTH, S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy.com. And you can find out lots of information about my books, my oracle cards, and my services. And I would like to invite you to come and join the Goldylocks Productions goodness, I can't even think, group on Telegram. We have a wonderful group over there. So much amazing energy, wonderful sharing. I hope you can come over there and join us. We are communicating all the time, and people share information that you're not likely to see other places, so it's pretty informative. Goldylocks Productions also has an online merchandise store, which is so exciting. Hello, Kavita, watching on Rumble. Welcome. And there's many different designs. You can go on there and create what you want with which design you want. You can get, shirts and sweatshirts and mugs and all sorts of things. So go and check that out. There's a lot of really awesome designs on there. And this Saturday coming up, I believe it's the 10th, we are having the Spiritual Message Circle. So come and check that out at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're not familiar with the Spiritual Message Circle, because I know we've had some new people joining in the last couple of weeks, so I'm going to put this up there for you guys. We have this show called the Spiritual Message Circle, and it's where a bunch of the different show hosts get together, and we do little like mini readings, messages, whatever you want to call them. And for a donation of only $20, you can come on there and get a message from each one of us. The show is always a lot of fun. I hope you guys can come and join us this week. And if you've never watched it before, but maybe you're not ready to get a message yet, just come on over and see what it's all about. It's a lot of fun. If you would like to make a tip or a donation, you can do that via my Venmo. You can do a Rumble rant on Rumble. Please note that the super chats and super stickers are no longer available on YouTube. Hello, Melissa, watching on Rumble. I got to write this down so I know where everybody's watching. Melissa on Rumble. Know that your tips and donations are very much appreciated, and it does help to cover the production costs for the show. Now, during the show, if you do make a Venmo donation, then please put that in the chat so that I know, because I don't usually check my phone or anything during my show. And if you do that and you let me know, Well, first of all, I can say thank you very much, but I will also put your name on the list for a message, and you will get front of the line privilege, and you will also get a little bit longer message. So, so if you do end up donating that way during the show, please let me know. And the reason I like to point that out is because a couple of times I have gotten Venmo donations during the show, and the person didn't tell me. So it would, it took me to the next week to thank them on the show and all that. So please let me know. Now on September 1st, so we've just got the rest of this month that we're going to be on YouTube, because beginning September 1st, when Goldylocks Productions begins its 10th season, we are going to no longer be streaming live on YouTube. We will still be streaming live on Rumble, Rumble, X, and BitChute. So I suggest you guys check out one of those platforms if you're used to watching on YouTube, or if you watch some of our shows on Facebook. We're no longer able to do that either. So you're going to have to pick a new one. And I know some of you don't really like the change, trying to get used to, a new app or a new whatever, trying to finagle it and maneuver it, because I know I don't like doing that with different programs or apps or new phones or anything like that. So I can understand that, but we're going to have to move over. BitChute, Rumble, and X. Now, I've watched the shows on all three of those. It's not difficult. It's pretty easy. So I encourage you to try one of the new platforms before September 1st, okay? Don't wait till September 1st, because then you're going to be contacting all of us during the show saying, I can't find you, or whatever. So get a head start on that, guys. And that way you can get familiar with whatever new platform you're watching us on, and you'll be very comfortable by the time, we all move over to that. I want to wish a very happy birthday to Lanelle, who's celebrating her birthday on Friday, and to everyone who is celebrating a birthday this week. I hope you enjoy your special day. Now let's send out some love, light, and healing energy to Robin McGuire and her son, Carol Ann Carey's daughter Carrie, Maureen, Brandon, Jamie, and to all those who are in need. And also, something I would like to mention that I haven't mentioned in a while, and I'm not sure, why I forgot about this, but, you can become a VIP member for like the price of a cup of coffee. You can be a VIP. And there are certain perks you get with becoming a VIP. You get a special show. I believe it's twice a month on Tuesdays. That only VIPs get to see. And you get, and usually I think on those shows they do messages. I don't know if it's every single time. But that's like, a really nice perk. And you can check that out. There are different ways that you can become a VIP. Hello, Lenka. Nice to see you watching on Rumble. So, check that out. You can find it on the information in the show information that is sent out, the email. You can find that information on the Goldylocks Productions website, I believe. So check that out. Buy me a copy. Okay, here, Tiffany's putting all the information right here in the chat box. So you guys check that out and see if you might be interested in being a VIP. So tomorrow is the 8th of August. So it's 888. The Lionsgate portal is going to peak tomorrow. And I know we talked about it last week. So I hope you guys have been working on clearing out some stuff. I hope you've been working on manifesting some stuff. I feel like that is so very important right now. And even Mother Earth is purging. She's purging all this old toxic energy. We're experiencing intense storms, right? With lots of rain and flooding. We're getting hurricanes and tornadoes, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions and fires. And some of these things are occurring in places that doesn't seem all that common to us. She is purging, she is releasing. Healing light codes have been coming in like crazy. This intense energy has been coming in like crazy. She is healing. We are healing. We are healing right along with Mother Earth. And we can feel it. We can feel with the exchange of energy between us and Mother Earth. We can feel it in the vibration of Mother Earth. When we go barefoot, we can feel that energy coming up through our feet, right? And going all up through our body, just like a vine or a tree trunk. And something has felt lately to me like it has shifted. I haven't quite put my finger on what it is yet, but I have been feeling it lately. I have felt several different shifts. I don't know if it's just a complete change in the energy, which there was a change in the energy when I felt the shift, but it's just like things are very different. Not different in a bad way, not different in a good way, just different. Things have changed. Things are not what they were. It just feels, I can't really quite put my finger on what it feels like. It's just very weird and unusual for me. Now, I'll tell you, over the last few weeks, my body has been purging and releasing stuff as well. It is doing that through sweating all the time. No lie. When I get up in the morning, all day long, when I go to bed at night, I'm just sweating. I've had a fever. I've been burning something off through that fever. And I know with the sweat as well, when my body gets that warm, it's burning something off, but it's also releasing something through the sweating as well. Toxins are being released through my pores. My body has been requiring more water for hydration. I've noticed that a lot more water I have needed. And I've needed more rest. And I attempt to get more rest. But now I've noticed that I'm releasing stuff in my dream state. And when I've done that in the past, I wake up very tired. So it doesn't matter if I, sleep 8 hours or if I sleep 4 hours. I pretty much feel the same when I wake up. That's how it is right now. I know that will change. That together, with all this energy, does create, a lot of tiredness, exhaustion for some. So we really need to try to get more rest. And we know that change is coming. All this stuff is clearing and getting out of the way so that all this new energy can come rolling in. Now, during this time, we do need more self-care. We need to just spoil the crap out of ourselves because our physical bodies are going through so much right now. So much purging, so much releasing, so much letting go of stuff. Our bodies are detoxing. They're balancing, they're aligning. And we have to be gentle with ourselves. We have to be very gentle with ourselves. Don't try to rush yourself. Don't try to think you have to rush through something in order to catch up to someone else or to get ahead or whatever, thought you might have, because you don't. We just have to show ourselves a lot more love, more care, and more attention and affection. Um, I'm so sorry. It is not the job of somebody else, right, to give us the things that we need to give ourselves. Okay? That is our job. We need to fill ourselves first with love, with joy, with kindness. We need to really love ourselves before we can share that with someone else. It's not somebody else's job to come in and fill that cup and fill up that love cup or that joy cup and the kindness cup. It's our job to give that to ourselves first so that we can then share it with others. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Um, I know something, occurred to me today, and I can recall for several weeks now saying, pay attention, be mindful, pay attention, be mindful. And that has been coming to me a lot this week as well. And what I'm hearing is we need to pay attention, we need to be mindful, because there are so many things going on around us to cause distractions, to get us out of focus, to get us to where we're not paying attention and we're looking the other way. So we need to stay focused. We need to stay mindful. Pay attention to what's really going on around us. Pay attention to what's going on within us as well. And I'm so sorry, guys. And stay focused. If you lose your concentration and you lose your focus, it's going to take you so much longer and be much more difficult to get to your destination, or to I shouldn't even say your destination, but to get you where you're wanting to go. Because if you're focusing on what an intention, say you're focusing on a new home, and you're very specific on what you want, you know exactly what you want, where you want it, how much you want to pay for it, everything, and the certain time frame you want it in. You start putting that crystal clear intention out there, and then all of a sudden it starts to come to fruition. Okay, if you get distracted along the way and are not focusing your intention where it needs to be, and your little bits going over here and a little bits going over there instead of all of it going where it needs to be, that's why you need to be paying attention and be mindful. Don't let situations pull you away from what you are trying to do. Don't let yourself get distracted. And sometimes it's hard not to, right? Because there's so much going on. Just so much going on. This past Saturday, August 3rd, was the anniversary of my dad's transition. And I figured it out, and it's been like 19 years. And I could not believe it was that long. It's absolutely crazy. In one sense, it feels like it's been 100 years since I've seen him. But in another sense, it feels like it's been like 2 weeks ago. I mean, it's really, the whole time concept thing is really insane right now. But I was thinking about that being, his transition day. And, in a sense, it's his Independence Day, right? Declaring independence from his broken body, his body that wouldn't work for him anymore. And, we have many different kinds of Independence Days, don't we? We might declare our independence when we turn 18 or 21, or when we get a specific job, or maybe even our first job or our first vehicle, or we get a divorce because we're in an unhappy, toxic relationship, claiming your independence. We do it in many different ways. But another way is when we transition over, claiming independence from that body. We're not being held to that body anymore, and our spirit is able to run free and wild and do whatever and go wherever. So that's wonderful. And even though it has been 19 years, I can still remember pretty much every minute of that day, that morning, um, like watching a movie. Like I've seen it so many times, but I can still recall pretty much everything. And it's the one thing that I wish would have been different, but I know things were the way they were supposed to be. My dad was the one who he was always like so crazy about his grandkids. So he would do everything with them. He'd get down on the floor and play with the kids all the time, all the time. Take them bowling, take them to the movies, play games with them, everything. So then as the grandkids started growing up, his grandkids, and they started getting in relationships, and they were able to have babies. He never got to see any of his great grandkids. And I always felt bad, because I think he would have been pretty awesome with those kids, the way he was with his grandkids. So that was kind of, unfortunate as far as I am concerned, but it's all part of the plan. So I'm okay with that, and I can respect and honor that. Do you ever wonder what your plan is, right? For your Independence Day or your moving on up? Because we all have that plan ahead of time, right? We all do. Do you ever wonder what I decided? I think sometimes we know. I think we kind of get that feeling, maybe like a little inkling or something. And I think, well, both of my parents did. I can speak, on that because I saw that. They both knew it was time. But I just happen to think of that 19 years, I mean, that's a long time. Very long. Anyway, what I would like to do, what time is it? Okay, 7:23. Is I would like to give some messages. And if anyone would like a message, please let me know in the chat. Hello, Sarah. Okay, so I did see something today that you guys are gonna probably want to know about this. Let me find it because it kind of surprised me. Okay. It is 140 days until Christmas. Okay. That sounds 140 days. That probably sounds like, oh, that's a lot. Let me tell you, some of my grandkids started school today. And I can tell you that the rest of the year, it's just boom, boom, boom. It's going to go by very fast. Christmas always seems to sneak up on us, doesn't it? So I just want to remind you guys about that. Just remind you about Christmas. I'm starting to make my list for like my grandkids and stuff. Because it takes a while to get all of that organized, figure out what you're going to do, what you're going to get, and do all the shopping. All right, Melissa. Be happy to give you a message. Now, Melissa Parks she's watching over on Rumble. She has this amazing show on Friday nights called Joyful Findings at 8 p.m. I suggest if you haven't seen her show before, you come and watch it because her show is awesome. And Tiffany White Sage Woman, our amazing show producer, is also a show host, in case you are not aware. And her show is on Sundays at 8 p.m. And that one is called Spiritual Insight. And I'll tell you that the Goldylocks Productions shows are really awesome shows. Every single one of them. There's each one is a little bit different. It's I just suggest checking them out for yourself. Now, one good way to get a feel for the different show hosts is to come on the Spiritual Message Circle, right? Even if you don't want to get a message, come and watch the show and you can see, all the interaction. You can get a feel for each of us. And, then you might want to come back or you might want to start watching some new shows. Okay, Melissa. What do we have from Melissa? Okay, Melissa. The first card I got for you is your throat chakra, and it's all about the truth. So I don't know if you're holding something back that you need to say. I don't know if maybe things aren't coming out the way you think them or feel them in your head. But I do feel a little something going on in that area. We all know that. Oh, and it's the number 17. I just saw that on there. And we know that when we don't speak our truth, which I'm not saying that you're not, but when we don't speak our truth or speak all of it, or we hold something back, it's going to start irritating that throat chakra, right? And we know how that works. And it might cause to feel a lump in your throat. It could cause some coughing, some different things. So, if there's something that you've been holding back a little bit, I would just say, release it. Let it go. Let it go. And have faith to walk through new doors, Melissa. Have faith to walk through new doors. So I feel like some change is coming for you. I feel like some new stuff is going to present itself. And it says, for everything, there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven. That's true. And things are not going to transpire until it's their time, right? So we don't ever want to rush anything. We just want to go with the flow and let things happen just as they are supposed to. So I hope that resonates with you, Melissa. And I would like to say that I'm glad Carol Ann and Melissa are doing well. They had that tropical storm Debbie. And I'm not sure how many others of you are in that storm path or in the Florida area, but I hope that everyone is safe. I saw that some of the areas in Florida, the flooding was like unreal. That's how it gets here too. This message is for Carol Ann. And it's number 28. And yours is the crown chakra. And it's about grounding. Grounding. Carol Ann says, crazy flooding here. I was lucky. Yes, that's awesome. I'm glad you were. Because nobody wants that kind of a hassle and a mess. I know how that gets. But But this is all about grounding, and I feel like maybe you need to ground yourself better. Grounding your feet into Mother Earth, letting them feel all that wonderful energy, letting the not just feeling the energy, like when you're barefoot, but focusing on it and pulling up that energy from Mother Earth through the palms of your feet and through your entire body. Now, we can ground in many different ways. After connecting with spirit, sometimes maybe you feel a little bit spacey out there, and maybe you need to ground in another way. Sometimes food will help. When I first started doing stuff years ago and I would feel that spaciness, I would try to eat something that to me was heavy. I would eat cheese. Cheese would always help me. But it's different for everyone. So find what works the best for you, Carolyn, and ground yourself with that. Because it's nice to be, out there when we're working in that, but we do need to keep ourselves grounded as well. A lot of times, that could be for our own safety. I took this one class many years ago, and the woman who did the class, we had to ground after the class. She wouldn't let any of us get in the car and drive because your energy, you're doing all that in classroom work. It can be very intense, and because I remember the first time that happened to me, and this was a different class, but I remember getting in my car to go home, and the giddiness, I don't even know how to describe the feeling, but I don't even remember driving home. It was that intense. So that's the one way that I know that grounding is important. You're welcome, Carolyn. Oh, Carol Ann, you have your show tomorrow in the Psychic Flow, and Carol Ann likes to dabble with crystal balls. And you guys can go on her website or her Facebook page and check out some of her um, crystal ball readings. Her crystal ball readings. Very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting. Okay. And the other card I got for you, Carolyn, is express yourself through creativity. Ooh. Now, I know you had done researching family trees and stuff, and I'm going to guess you probably made up something really nice to give that as a gift. So I feel like you are very creative. I don't think that you might feel like you are as creative as you are. Oh, crystal ball tomorrow night. Okay, awesome. So keep discovering your different ways that you can be creative and that you are creative. And I know you've said you're remodeling or redecorating. That's one thing. There's lots of different ways. So tap into your creativity a little bit more. I think you might find some talents that you didn't know you had. So I hope that resonates with you. And Robert. Robert. Robert, your card is number 35, and it says elevate. And it's all about support. And I feel like this is about you raising your vibration, clearing out that old energy, that stuff that's been kind of stagnant around you, clearing that out, and raising your energy. Yep, Carolyn said, thanks, Ruth. Yes, million opportunities to be creative here. Definitely. And you're welcome. And Robert, they want you to focus on your blessings. Focus on your blessings. That's what we all need to do. Always focus on what we have. We're not going to focus on what we don't have. And as we focus on all of our blessings and the things that we are grateful for, we send out that wonderful gratitude energy. And what happens is the universe matches it and sends it back to us, sends us more things to be grateful for. So it's a beautiful, beautiful cycle of the way that works. It's how manifesting works. You put the energy out of what you are trying to attract, and the universe matches it and sends you more of those things. Okay, Richard. What do we have for Richard? Ooh, Richard, you got the same one as Melissa. And it's number 17. And it's about truth, your throat chakra. Don't hold back anything, Richard. Don't hold back. Because you don't want to hold back a little of something that needs to be said, because it's going to, it turns on you, right? It turns on us. It turns inwardly on us, but in a physical kind of way as well. Because not only can that energy get blocked, but like I said, you hold that truth in for too long without releasing it. It can cause sore throats. It can cause different issues in your throat. So always be ready, willing, and able to speak your truth, no matter where you are or what the situation is. And they also want you to express yourself through creativity, Richard. Express yourself through creativity. Wow. So I know you post pictures a lot of, your flowers or your plants. Maybe there's something you can develop from that in a creative type of role. Maybe it's going to be, I don't know what it is, but I feel like color is involved. If that makes sense to you, Richard. Color is involved. Okay, where am I at here? Kavita. See what we have for Kavita. Kavita. Number 23, the gift of knowing. And it says the third eye chakra. The gift of knowing. I feel like you're getting lots of messages right now. Lots of information is coming to you. Maybe you don't trust it all completely. Maybe you don't trust 100% what it is. And that's okay, because eventually you will learn to. I feel like one of the things that comes to you is a sense of knowing. Sometimes we get information through a vision or hearing it or a dream, but I feel like you get a lot of knowingness about something. Something will just pop into your head, and it's a knowingness feeling. And you can expand on that as well as you continue to work on that third eye chakra. Have faith to walk through new doors. Have faith to walk through new doors. So don't be afraid. Don't have any fear about anything. Know that it's okay to walk through those doors. Change is coming. And it's going to be really, really good change. It's going to be fun. It's going to be wonderful. So be excited about it. Welcome it. Okay, Lenka. You got number 14. It says, and this is the heart chakra. Now, 14, that is also, making sure that's a 4. Valentine's Day, right? That's what I saw. When I saw the 14, I'm like, oh. And then in the heart chakra, that's what it made me think of. But it says to breathe in prana, heart chakra. And we need to breathe that life force energy in through our entire body. But I feel like you need to be focusing a lot on your heart chakra. If you meditate, focus on that area while you're in meditation. If you don't, then I would hope that you will visualize lots of energy flowing to and from your heart chakra. When we get really good at this, at expanding the energy, you could do exercises that you can actually feel your chakras expanding and like pulsating, and pretty phenomenal if you ask me. And it's very energizing. So I hope that resonates with you. Okay, now I think there's a little bit of a delay, Tiffany. Let me know, because I see the timestamp on that message is 7:42 and it's 7:43 now, but I already did Kavita's message. So just let me know if all that is good or not. So I feel like you need to breathe in more beautiful energy, Lenka. I feel like I could just see you meditating and just breathing in this beautiful energy and letting out all the BS that, you don't need anymore. And then breathing in the wonderful energy. Your lungs are expanding, your chakras are expanding. But with the heart chakra, anything that you do, make all of your decisions through the heart chakra, through the eyes of love. Let love be the filter that you see everything. Okay, Tiffany, thank you. And Lenka, let's see what else we got for you. Use loving strength and discernment. I love that. Look at that card. Use loving strength and discernment. You know the right thing. You can feel that. You can feel that, the energy. You can feel what resonates with you. You know what truth is. Just with every situation, use your discernment. And remember how strong you are. Remember how strong you are at knowing the right thing to do, knowing what to do, knowing what is best for you. So keep doing that, Lenka. Keep doing that. Because you are very, very strong. You're very strong. But that discernment comes in with use it with your intuition. Let your intuition guide you to what you need to, what direction you need to go, what you need to learn, where you need to be, if the information is valid that's coming through. So, and only you will know that, right? Only you will know that. Sarah. Sarah. What do you have for Sarah? Mm. Okay, Sarah, you got number 18, which could be a 9. It says resounding sound, the throat chakra. And I feel like you have some things to clear out in your throat chakra as well. But as soon as I pulled that card, I saw and felt like a vibration, like from a tuning fork or some kind of healing, some kind of sound healing, some kind of vibrational healing. And I feel like that's what you need for your throat chakra. I feel like that's really important for you. And, you know, I feel like you're doing really, really well with saying what you need to say. And you're not holding things in as much as you used to, but you need to not hold them in at all. That doesn't mean we have to, right, lash out at people or, you know, just jump all over someone about something. We can speak our mind and speak our truth in a civil tone. We can speak our mind and speak our truth in nice words. We don't have to be, you know, jackasses about stuff. We can be nice and do things in a decent way. So, so I feel that very much for you, the throat chakra. So if you can, try some vibrational energy on your throat chakra, on your throat. And the other card I got for you, Sarah, is reflect God's compassion. Be kind to each other, wholehearted, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, just as God, through Christ, has forgiven you. So forgiveness is important. Forgiveness is important. Being kind to each other. And kindness, it doesn't take anything for people to be kind to one another. Holding the door for someone. That's like the simplest, easiest act of kindness that a person could do. Sarah said, I was thinking earlier of using my crystal tuning fork. Spot on. I'll do that tonight. Awesome. Let me know how it goes. I would love to know. Forgot what I was saying now. Oh, about being kind to people. So when you're online, be nice to people. Okay? You don't know what kind of a day a person, and I mean in person obviously too, but people seem to be a little bit, I don't know if you want to call it braver or brasher or more brass. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but people are fine with attacking total strangers on social media. Now, I really don't think if they were standing in front of them, they would feel the same way or act the same way. But, you know, that the internet kind of gives them a little bit of, oh my goodness, my words are not coming to me today. Anonymity, I believe. Because a lot of times you don't know who that person is. Even if you click on like their information, it's bogus information, or fake pictures or whatever. Some people are out there just to be, you know, turds. But we can't let that affect us. We can't, you know, buy into that. We can't feed into that. That's what I was thinking. Feed into that. I've been using kindness and helping give my services free to someone in need. That's beautiful, Sarah. Wonderful, wonderful. I know what I need to do. Oh, being kind. So when I was a kid, we were always taught, treat other people the way you would want them to treat you. And that's kind of what I've always tried to teach my kids and my grandkids. Um, because when you treat other people the way that you want to be treated, think about this. You're manifesting, right? Because you're putting out that energy. You're treating them with that goodness and kindness that you want to be treated with. So what are you actually doing is you're sending more of that good energy to you. So these people that are always bashing someone else or trying to pick these fights with people, it's absolutely ridiculous. We're all one. We need to unite, not divide. And it can be over the simplest, most ridiculous thing. Somebody could post a picture of a flower. One person will say it's a daisy, another one will say it's a geranium, and they'll be ready to go to war. I mean, it's ridiculous. These people are holding stuff in that they need to release. They really need to release and get rid of, because that's really toxic. Not just toxic for them, but for all the people that come in contact with them. Now, I do have another one. I want to give a card for Tiffany. And it's the number 6, Tiffany. And it says flow with life. And it's the sacral chakra. Flow with life. Just go with the flow. That's beautiful. And the other one I got for you, Tiffany, it's time to be adventurous and play. And you know why I find this kind of funny? Because I remember not too long ago getting a card for you that was it was a different deck. I'm pretty sure it wasn't this one, but it was about taking a trip or having some fun like that, or going on an adventure. So I think you do need to do that, and do it do it before summer is over. Have some fun. Take a little mini vacation, even if it can't be a long one. Just take a little mini vacation. It's always nice to get away just for a little bit. Sarah said, "Aw, Devin. Hello, Devin." Devin said he just got home and thought he would check in on us. Well, welcome, Devin. You got here just in time for me to give you a message. See what we have for Devin. Oh, Devin. Number 31, and your card is the gift of dance. The gift of dance. And this is talking about the aura chakra. Now, I feel like the gift of dance, when I saw that card, what I was feeling is the gift of movement, moving your body, moving your body. I feel like that's really important for you. Maybe you have, joints and stuff that stiffen up. I don't know. But I feel like that movement, no matter how gentle, would be really, really wonderful for you. Something I would like to say is check out some stuff like yoga, because they have very gentle forms of yoga. And I was actually talking to someone the other day, and I said, we were talking about different things like calming things and that. And I said, well, have you ever done yoga? And they're like, actually, yes. And I was really surprised with who this person was, that they had done yoga and they enjoyed it. And I was like, wow, that is so amazing. So my whole point was, don't limit yourself, and don't think, oh, I don't want to do that, without really knowing anything about it or trying it. And make time to work, rest, and play. Balance, Devin. You have to have equal balance. That's important. You don't want to be all work and no play. Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want it the opposite either. You have to find that balance. And when we're in that balance, that's when our bodies, our mind, everything is working at its optimum when we are in balance. So if you feel there's an area of your body, any of your chakras, anything that you feel is not in balance, get it in balance. It's very important. And not only balance, but alignment as well. So for me, I feel like balance is like this way, side to side, and alignment is up and down, and the other is across. That's how I always picture it when I say those words. In my head, that's how I always picture it. So everyone work on that. Find your authenticness. Everything that we do, all this work that we do, that's where it is leading to. It is leading to our authenticity, right? There's no fakes here. It is leading us to our authentic selves. And that is like the best, most wonderful place for us to live our life from, right? It's absolutely crucial to peel back all those layers, get rid of all that stuff that isn't ours, because only then can we see the truth of who we are. Just like the Wizard of Oz, right? Pull those curtains back and see the truth of who we are right there. But you can't see it with the curtain in the way. So you have to get rid of the curtain. And I don't know why that popped in my head, but it did. So I have to relay that. So it's getting about that time. And with this energy too, I've been noticing it's still been going up and down, up and down. I've been watching the Schumann resonance, and the times when it's a little bit lower, like I felt something today, and I got on there and I knew it had been at like, I don't know, it was kind of low, like 13 or something. I don't remember. But I saw the picture of all the light codes coming in. I'm like, bam, you watch, it's going to go up. And it does every single time. But I'm feeling it more and more in my body without have to actually be checking it, if that makes sense. Right now, I am at the coolest point I have had in like 2 weeks. I was getting really warm at the beginning of the show, but I'm better now. So I think all of your energy, energy goes where it needs to go. So I think it all kind of cooled me off. Sarah said, that's wild you mentioned the Wizard of Oz, because I've been thinking of my granny a lot lately, and we used to watch that movie together, so all the time. Oh, wow. That's pretty wild. I want to thank you guys so much for being here this week. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you all back here next Wednesday. Yep, it is August already. It's hard to believe, but it is. And I will see you guys next week. I love you all. Good night, everybody.